Oh shit. Am I live? I think I'm live. Check it. Check it. Sounds live to me. What's up, everybody? What up? What's Gucci? What's happening? What's up, world? What's up, YouTube? What's up, you fine motherfuckers out here? What's happening? Happy Friday. A fine Friday indeed. Watch that voice gone. Yeah, buddy. It's a fine Friday morning. Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. Illuminati confirmed. Esoteric wisdom. What's going on? It's pre-programming. What up? What up? What up? What's Gucci? Oh, man. Yeah, happy Friday. What's happening out there? What's good? What's good? Welcome. Welcome to this fine Friday edition. BS with Hannas. That's me. I'm Nicky Hannas. I'm bullshitting out here on a Friday morning, live on YouTube. Whole premise of the show, I'll wake up and I'll take a walk. I'll walk and I'll ponder. I'll suffer through the cold. I'll read some good stuff. You know what I mean? Come out here and talk to the people. When I'm done here, I'm going to go lift some weights. Go about my business. That's a good way to start the day. You know what I mean? That's that's besides my constant refrains of self-imposed limited vocabulary and an unrelenting reliance on colloquialisms and bullshit. I like to come out here and talk about stuff, man. Think what's going on in the world, what's going on in my brain. Maybe sometimes it's useful to other people. Maybe sometimes it's helpful, things I've thought about and what's cool, what's not cool, what's good, what's not good. So, yeah, happy Friday, dude. Shit's all fucked up still. I want to start the show from now on. I got something to start the show. Today is Friday the 13th, and it has been exactly 2,163 days since COVID and 2,379 days since Epstein killed himself. So where do we find ourselves, everybody? What have we done since then? What have we done for ourselves, with ourselves, to ourselves, in spite of ourselves since then? And what's going on out there? I mean, shit, it's a long time. 2026 that's 7 years of these remarkable, arguably once in a lifetime events. Unprecedented times, crazy times, wild times, strange times to be alive. Yeah, man, that shit was nutty back then, dude. It's fucking crazy to me. Every time it's like January, February, we're getting closer to March 13th. So in 1 month from right now, 6 years ago was when they issued the state of emergency about the coronavirus, COVID SARS-19, or whatever. Because some dude somewhere else ate a bat from a wet market in China. And the whole shit shut down. What's gone on different since then? Presidents have come and go. We went from being mad about Sleepy Joe eating ice cream. Oh, I'm sorry, it was the Orange Man at the time. Operation Warp Speed. Brother, back then I was so just locked in. And I think about that often. Not locked in a good sense. Locked in the sense that my eyes were glued to the screen, and with good reason. Because everything that was accomplished back then was tyrannical, heavy-handed, forceful, dictatorial, or whatever. Complete rearrangement of society, a rearrangement of the global order. Hegemonic influences were up for debate. It's fucked up. It's fucked up what these motherfuckers did to us, dude. So now 6 years ago, or 6 years later, many of us find ourselves with our eyes glued to the screens again. But back then, dude, it was like, Trump ain't wrong when he says no one ever cared about Jeffrey Epstein while he was alive. It's because motherfucker was running in the shadows. Covert ops, some serious spyware, secret intelligence type of shit. Yeah, then now we're all made to be aware of his alleged death in jail. And now many of us are like, all right, well, who was this bull? So now we're looking into it. Now we're looking into it. And when you look into it, you don't like what you find. And for a lot of people, it's like, there's no way this is real, especially back then. It's like, no way, dude, this ain't true. This is no basis in truth. You're detached from reality. That's been levied against me. You're just a conspiracy theorist. You're finding all the meaning in your life and attaching yourself and your ambitions to this stuff because it makes you think you're elevated. It makes you think that you know something that no one else knows. So it reinforces your position of superiority. Really, there's no way, dude. There's no way that's real. Disregard all the symbolism. Oh, you just rely on symbols. It's fucking nuts, dude. Psychological operation. So the question is, in those 2000 some days since all of that, from August till March 19 and 20, what's that? Is that 9 months? 9 months ish. That's like the gestation period. What was birthed from all of that in the realm of this psychological, psychoological, psychological, emotional, domestic, political mind fuck? That's just something to ask everybody out there, dude. 'Cause I wonder where this shit's all going. I wonder where this shit's all going. I'm trying my best to keep my head down and keep working on my own shit, because no matter what's going on, like, time marches on. We do have a life to lead, a life to live, a life that we ought to be the authors of. Even if it's difficult, and at least for me, I fucking struggle with that shit. I feel like I'm fucking nose to the grindstone, even though motherfuckers are working. There's always someone working harder. There's always someone doing more, so on and so forth. I get that. But I feel like I'm just head down, hoodie up, just grinding it out. And it makes you wonder. Because when you're grinding it out like that, the big thing that I'm learning and all these books I'm reading, all these people I'm listening to, all the thoughts I'm coming up and generating on my own, when you're fucking working on something like that, you got to be hopeful. Put the hoodie on. Let's see if I can get this shit up. Let's go full shady. Yeah, there we go. When you're working on something like that, you got to have, you want to have the end result in mind. You want an end. You want to be working towards something, not just working aimlessly, not just doing things for the sake of doing them. I think there's merit in that. But a lot of that it involves out of necessity how what you're doing and what you're working on is going to be received into the world. There's very few things that I think we do only for ourselves. Those things exist, but that's not the bulk of it. You got a job and you're working at it. Well, having that presupposes being in the world. So now, if you're in this company, whatever the company may be, that company is now a part of society. Like, no shit, no shit, no shit. But then when the outside society, the grander, the next level up in the spheres of influence and scale, when that's all fucked up at the behest of the next level, that gets fucked up at the behest of the next level, it removes hope. And that's something that's fucked up. And it's hard for me, dude. It's hard for me. So I just keep fucking grinding at it and try not to be all selfish about it. Because I don't think it's just me. I mean, shit, I look around and just in the examples of other people that I witnessed, there's all types of polarities and just this wide contrast of experiences, of lived experiences. You know what I mean? And everyone else. Some people fucking are so just jacked up on their own, just tripping on their own shit. They can't like leave the house, And I don't know what it's like to live like that. Other people just are fucking completely broke, completely broke, living with mom and dad and shit. I'm struggling a little bit with the dinero, with the money, trying to get ahead and shit, but it ain't all like that either. Other people launch their own businesses and are fucking crushing. I got friends that are just pumping out kids. That's those are beautiful things. People out there getting married and shit. People out there fucking getting horrible news from doctors and shit and just being plunged into this fucking world of like, what the fuck happens next? And that's just within like one's own life. And it's a shame, dude. It's just a fucked up thing. And I don't like thinking about it all so much. But it's like I said a couple times this past couple weeks, dude. These Epstein news drops and what's fucking going on for whatever reason, I can't just ignore it. I have a hard time just saying, it's completely unimportant. Because like, how can you fucking see this shit and say it's completely unimportant? No chance. No chance. So then I guess what that kind of turns into, it's like, all right, well, what do I have the choice over? How can I exercise my freedom of choice on a micro level on a day to day basis? That turns inevitably into, for me, you know, waking up and getting the fuck out of bed and doing something good, walking, reading, making myself incrementally better in the macro sense in this 2000 some odd days. I went from fucking drinking that's 9 to 12 to 20 beers most, if not all nights of the week, smoking anything you put in front of me to fucking just being sober as shit, hitting the gym every single day. That's a choice. That's one big choice that has to be maintained and upheld and held closely and walked with. Put that shit on the metaphorical weighted vest and just fucking keep walking, dude. Maybe that's why I like those things so much. It's like a constant reminder. And it'll help you it helps. It's been helping me mostly navigate all this other shit. First time I looked up looked up the blue and white striped island and all the things that entails, all the parallels, all the symbols, all the interconnectedness. I'm like, well, you know what I need to do? Shit, I need to go to the fucking liquor store right now. Cause all of a sudden, work don't seem that important. The gym don't seem that important. These fucking books about keeping a positive mental attitude, they don't seem that fucking important. That wears on you. It cripples the spirit. So we got to fight against that. That's what I'm thinking about before I go do chest and arms on this fine Friday. Work that side hustle all week. So I'm beat up. My sleep schedule's more fucked up than it normally is. My body is busted up. Been lifting hard and fucking getting out there in the cold, not sleeping right, eating decent. I'm on day like 42, I think, of 75 hard. So the food and protein intake and water intake, that shit's all locked in, completely locked in. In terms of the creative realm and things I'm doing, I got multiple projects going on right now, some musical, some others that are not necessarily music centered. Been going strong on the fucking BS with Hannas podcast. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. It's been a fun thing. It's been how do you say it? Revelatory. It's been a revealing process, a revelation in some ways. Those are like, oh, it's all based in just fucking choices, dude. It's tough. What I was reading this morning, I'm reading this book, The Magic of Thinking Big. David Schwartz reads very similar. It's very similar in how it's written and the rhetoric of it to one of those Norman Vincent Peale books. Very old timey. Just keep that head up, smile even when you don't want to smile. What I mean, that's something I think I should keep in my pocket, dude. Because then when I get triggered, when I get agitated at work, when some just these dumb things that I'm particularly susceptible to, but we all are. I ain't so fucking special. None of us are that fucking special. But like when little things that fucking trip me up, it's even if it's something like just force yourself to fucking smile. That's not that different than, yeah, your fucking legs are sore from heavy squats and high reps and all that shit, but you still got to get out there and walk in the 10-degree weather up and down those motherfucking hills. You still got to get them more reps in. It's all just fucking choices. Smile through it. Is that what we got to do? Smile through the fucking collapse. Assuming it's a collapse, who the fuck knows? The section I read today, it's like and these are all classic tropes. These are all things we've heard so many times. These are all things we're very familiar with. We all know. We all know. But the implementation on a consistent basis, that's the tricky part. That's the fucking tricky part. We got to smile through it. And if you see 90% of the outside world being just completely fucked, irretrievably gone, well, what I mean? What should we focus on? That 90%? The dominating 90%? Or should we look at and reframe and try and reconceptualize that 10%? Because if everything's fucked, the 10% that's not, that's fruitful. That's potent soil. That is nutritious, sweet water to be swam through. some fucking metaphor, something like that, whatever it is. And it's tricky, but you know what? I think that's just what it is. I think that's just what it is right now. Everyone's got a plan till they get punched in the face, as Mike Tyson famously said. So if existentially and philosophically and sociologically we're all getting punched in the motherfucking jaw, well, there goes any plans we may or may not have had. Well, you got to stick to it anyway. The training grounds, so to speak. Is that not the purpose of philosophy? So saith Marcus Aurelius. All those things, dude. All those things. So that's what I'm thinking about, man. 3 people in the chat. No one in my chat saying what's up. That's all good. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening to me run my fucking mouth, drinking my coffee. But you know what? It's time to go. So fucking A. Happy Friday to you guys, dude. Fuck all this dumb shit out here. Fuck all these evil fucking people. Yo, what's up, EMP? I was hoping that was you, brother. Listening to the flames. Yeah, you guys are working. I'm the one bullshitting. I'm kicking my feet up when you guys are already been on the clock. I'm kicking my feet up, reading and drinking coffee, complaining that life is bad. Man, shit, shut the fuck up, be honest. It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. It's like what Nas said. It's what you make it. So fuck yeah. Happy Friday. I'm gonna get on out of here. Keep it real, everybody. BS with Behind is live on YouTube. I'll send this out to Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, so on and so forth. It looks as if Podbean, the podcast provider, has got their shit right. So all my shit's listed back up normal, at least on Apple Podcast. Full length episodes, usually 20 minutes or so. The nighttime streams go long though. Those are fun. Spiraling, ranting, raving, pissing, moaning, bitching, complaining, but hopefully it goes somewhere good. So yeah, man. BS with Behind is live on YouTube. If you want some music, heavy blues, metal, NikkiBehinas.com, NikkiBehinas.bandcamp.com, Nikki Behinas on all streaming services. You want to support the mission or whatever, see the condensed stream of all my music, all my fucking YouTube videos, all that. Patreon.com/Nikki Behinas. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. A fine Friday indeed. Keep it real. One love. Peace.